Hey everybody, today is October 11th. Okay, a couple of things to mention before I get into the topics that I was going to talk about. First of all, I apologize in advance if I freak out because I'm having a really bad day and everything is annoying me, like the birds and the dog and everything. So if you hear me go, stop, it's because Abigail's doing something. Or the birds are doing something. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, the first topic I'm going to talk about in this video is kind of I don't know the word. Sorry, my brain's not working. Like, it's a weird topic, so viewer discretion is advised. Yes, my lips are orange. Tongue, because I just drank orange Powerade. Okay, so the first thing I was going to talk about, in order to kind of like explain, well, okay, this idea to talk about this came to my mind the other night after I had a conversation with one of my friends. And as soon as I tell you what it is I'm talking about, you are all going to start laughing because you're going to wonder why I was having a conversation about this. But it actually wasn't quite that. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple days ago about this story that I'm about to tell you. So, once upon a time, in the summer of 2010, I was in treatment at this day treatment place, like right up the road from where I live. And I can't remember what group this was in, but what are you looking at me for? But for some reason we were on the topic of eating disorders complicating intimacy. So I'm going to talk about that. But anyway, the story goes like this. We were having this discussion in a group, and the therapist was a male who was kind of awkward. He was really nice, but he was kind of awkward. And one of the girls in treatment said something like, I never take off my shirt when I'm being intimate. I wouldn't even want to take off my pants, but you gotta. And we all started cracking up because it was really funny, and even the therapist was cracking up, and just the way she was like, but you gotta. Like, it was hilarious. So, anyway, needless to say, it's 2.5 years later, and I've never forgotten it yet. So, but I wanted to mention that because I think that eating disorders, all of them, every kind of eating disorder, and body dysmorphic disorder, which actually doesn't quite qualify, but you know what I mean. Look it up if you don't. Affect us in the area of intimacy. Whether it be like you don't be intimate with anyone, or you do but it's hard, or you do but you feel awkward, or, you know, any combination of the above. And so I feel like that's kind of a, like, woo topic to speak about on the internet where anybody can, you know, come across it. But, well, it's not like I'm going to say anything really terrible. So I just think it's worth noting that, you know, that happens, and it's really, stop it. She's driving me crazy. Hang on. Here. You want your ball? Go get it. Anyway, I'm just gonna bring that back over here and chew on it. Everywhere I go, she follows me all over the house, so I can't, like, get away from her smacking. Okay, so. Anyway, the feeling awkward or uncomfortable or just downright hating your body is something that unfortunately tends to come along with the territory of this problem. And, you know, sometimes people would say, oh, you shouldn't feel that way about your body. You're beautiful, you're sexy, whatever. And it's like, if somebody were to say that to me, or even just when people tell me I'm pretty, or if people tell me that I'm thin, especially when people tell me that I'm thin, I just think to myself as if I were saying to them, I believe that's what you believe, but I don't see it. You know, and the same thing if, you know, if someone says, wow, you're sexy, it'd be like the same kind of thing. Like, I believe that's what you believe, but I just do not see it. And that makes being intimate very, very difficult because, especially in the daylight, or with the light, you know, light on or whatever, you know, it's a really, really hard thing to deal with. It sucks to feel that way. But it's a really very, very common thing with people with eating disorders, and I really think that people tend to dance around the issue just because it is about intimacy. But that doesn't even necessarily mean sex, you know, like, you guys can all put whatever meaning on that word you want, but I think that the word intimacy is a good word to use there, because it has so much, it's like an umbrella term, so, it's a really, really awful thing. I'm engaged, so, like, you know, everybody's expecting me to feel and be a certain way now that I'm engaged, like, oh, well, you know, obviously, you know, he thinks you're beautiful and he loves you and da-da-da. It's like, yeah, that's true, at least I hope it's true. Well, I never actually say that, I know it's true, but somebody might think, yeah, well, I guess, but that still may not change how you feel about yourself, with or without clothes on. So, that's my 2 cents on the intimacy thing. Also, another thing to mention really quickly, my phone won't let me upload videos to YouTube that are over 10 minutes, so if I have to cut this one like into 2 pieces and finish it in another one, then I will do that. But we're at 7 minutes right now, so got a couple more minutes to go. Anyway, so that was the first thing, and I just feel like it was a really much needed thing to say. Okay, next thing. That kind of goes along with that, but not really. Somebody asked me the other day, like a week ago, why are you a Zumba teacher if you hate your body so much? Well, I ask myself that every day. I don't know why I picked a profession where I have to dance in front of a mirror for hours and shake my butt and wave my chest around and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Hey! I just threw my hat at the birds. They're covered, so don't worry. I don't know, is the answer. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I just, maybe because I have to pretend to be confident and stuff that I, like, trick myself a little bit. But, no, I don't look in the mirror at Zumba class and like what I see all the time. I mean, half the time I'm doing Zumba, like teaching Zumba, and I'm having fun, you know, don't get me wrong, I love Zumba. But my brain never does just one thing at a time. I'm in school, and part of my brain is thinking about what I'm supposed to be concentrating on, part of my brain is thinking about something that somebody said, part of my brain is thinking about what I look like and how much I weigh and all that stuff, and you know, part of my brain is thinking about like what I'm going to do later and blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So even at Zumba when I'm teaching, I'm there and I'm teaching and I'm having a good time and I'm engaged in the surroundings and actively doing my job, but at the same time I'm looking in the mirror going, you look fat from that angle, you look fat from that angle, you need to lose weight in that area, da 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 da. It's like, I'm constantly hating on my body. It's so hard to do that. So, I'm about to run over 10 minutes, so let me end it here and start up another one. So, this will be part 1. End of part 1. Here comes part 2. See you in a second.